Like dealers will spend hundreds of thousands a month to generate leads. I don't like to go play in that particular arena.
Uh-huh.
Number one, I can't compete financially. I can't monetarily spend enough money to gain enough clients in that arena. So I go after my clients in a different way. I offer them a unique selling proposition and I cultivate clients that way.
So people are telling you, go ahead, you can get your coffee. I'll be right. I'll be here.
Okay.
It's my channel. We get to pick what content comes up. Good morning or morning. Greetings, class. Greetings. I am excited to be here with you again. Oh my Lord. I get to talk to you every day. Well, every Friday with my brother.
Hey,
Greetings,
Chris,
class. Greetings, class. Go get
this
your
is
coffee.
this is something been missing in our life.
Coffee. Make sure you. Hmm?
I think this is something that's been missing in my life. Like I get these thoughts and I want to talk about stuff and put it on the whiteboard, but I don't have nobody to talk to about it. So having you, it's like amazing. Like I think that that's a whole lesson in itself. It's like you got to have people around you that aren't you just always pulling up. You know that we're talking at a different level and it activates your brain.
Who are you talking to, right? Like who, when you have an idea, I pay top dollar for my mentors. I'm like, well, what do you think about this, this, and this? And the brain starts cranking out.
Yep.
But I think that's the value add that we give to our viewers that they can ask questions on this platform and bring it in.
Yeah.
Ronnie, dude, I went to my sleep doctor today.
What happened?
You know, I'm doing a documentary on sleep apnea, right? I have a new mission to raise the level of awareness of sleep apnea. This guy, wait till you see it, Ronnie. I told him I was doing the show, right? He was so happy to share. He was telling me about people that have died from sleep apnea, Ronnie. It's gonna blow your mind.
I never knew you were doing a documentary. Now I know.
All right, let's get rolling. Class, good morning, good morning, good morning. Chris Haskins with the realestateroundup.com. My mission statement to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Every Friday, I get to hang out with my brother, Ronnie Haskins, who has
Well,
been in the he's been a car dealer since the late 1990s, bought and sold cars. How many cars have you bought and sold this week, Ronnie? You would say.
six.
So Ronnie buys and sells more cars in a week than most of us sell in the whole lifetime. Ronnie, thank you for joining me, brother. What's up?
What's up with you, man? I'm glad to be here. Like I said, I learn something every week working with you. Your 15 plus years of real estate madness, guruism seeping into my brain is amazing. And I absolutely love it. How you guys
Thank
doing
you.
today, class?
So today we are going to be talking about how Ronnie and I do business. I have a philosophy. You know, the older I get, Ronnie, I'm like, you can determine a man's future by his philosophy. What would you think to that?
I think you're absolutely right because your philosophy is the wisdom you gain over years of application and experience.
That's right. You can tell a lot by what philosophy do you strive by? Do you strive by the philosophy of spending every dollar that you earn, or is your philosophy taking some of that dollar away and building your empire?
That's right, Chris. I love it, man. Well, tell me what you got on the board.
So our philosophy today is going to be: we only do business with people that do business with us, Miss Smith. We only do business with people that do business with us. Is that okay?
Wait a second. I think you're missing a word. We do business with people that want to do business with us.
Oh man, we only do business with people that want to do business with people. Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
You know, it's very challenging. Anyway, so go ahead, rock and roll it, brother.
All right. So when I'm talking to the class, Chris, I'm talking about people who are trying to build a business or change the way they're doing business or trying to do something different to grow or gain more business or learn to be better at their practice. So when you say that statement, we only do business with people that want to do business with us. It's magical, man. Because I don't think that all of us want to do business with Amazon, but they got the cheapest price. So they end up getting my business, right? They get me to buy something from them. I'm talking about finding clients and customers and people that are in the marketplace to work with you that genuinely want to work with you because of your unique selling proposition, your niche, your niche, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that. So the car business differs a little bit from the house business. I think, Ronnie, you have a business that easily accessible for cars, I would say, as opposed to houses where they're only, when you're trying to liquidate houses, only so many options you got.
Okay. Yeah, I give you that.
I'm just, I'm not saying this. I mean, I'm grasping that fact so I can. What I love about it is I get to pull from your industry and make it work for the house industry. I know, I love it. All the ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just different. I mean, the car business ebbs and flows. Your car is worth a lot of money today, and then the market shifts and it's worth less money. A new model comes out, it changes the value, so
Oh
it's
wow.
just completely different.
Wow, yeah. There are no new model house. Yeah, you can't. The good thing about it is that how every house is specific, unique. One, two, three. There is only one, two, three easy street in every city.
Right.
It can't be duplicated. But I
Yeah.
still think the philosophies that you have, man, is really I love it because I get to steal from your stuff, lovingly steal and use it on my side.
That's
So we
okay.
talk
I'll
about
talk
you
about it later.
mentioning about caring too. Well, go ahead. What when you say we got to get to the caring part too? I thought that was important. Who is somebody that wants to do business with you, Ronnie? Who is somebody that wants to do business with you?
Well, let's start out with a little story. So basically, when I opened my business in 2000, when I moved to Colorado Springs, didn't know anybody, and I started the business, you can guess I would do business with anybody that had a pulse. You understand? And that's what I looked for. I looked for anybody that had a pulse. They had a pulse, you can buy a car. I want to help you. And I spent about 5 years trying to do business that way, Chris. And it cost me a whole lot of time and a whole lot of value. And what I'm hoping the class gets from this is they hear that and they're like, yeah, man, you got to be hungry. Because people will tell you, you got to be hungry. You got to go get business. You got to get business. I agree. However, refining and your unique selling proposition and bringing it down so that you can present it to people that will be attracted to it is a lesson that you should learn right now. You still need to get the business you have in order to put food on the table. However, your end goal should be to work with people that actually want to work with you because of your unique selling proposition.
Sounds good. That sounds good. I like that. So you have a unique sales proposition out there in Colorado Springs for a specific type of client you're looking for. They fit in the box. Do they fit in the box?
You have to actually guide them and teach them. Sometimes we need to be taught. I used to search for the best deal. It was just about price until I was taught that I was wasting my time. I didn't like to take breaks to go play basketball or work out until I was taught that I was wasting my life. I wasn't doing enough for myself to invest in my body so that I would, you know what I mean? The long term effects. I was more interested in the time I could stay in the office and make money versus later on in life being healthy. You understand? So you can be taught these things. It's not just a box. And you have to go teach your clients and grow a niche. They're not just on the streets. You can't just go outside and throw a dart and say, yeah, if you fit in my box, I'll work with you. You can't. You can try that, but I don't think it's going to work out very well for you. However, you can educate the public and educate the people that are potential customers why they should be working with you and why you add so much value to their life. And it's not always about the almighty dollar. It's about the time, the effort, the expertise, all the things we talked about last week.
Yeah. You know what? We've got a thing in our business say you could sell your house for 150,000, right?
Okay.
But it might take you 6 months. You got buyers coming in and out.
In and out.
Then you got cost to sell, which I'm not going to get into that right now, but it cost me about 20,000 to sell with realtor fees and all that stuff. And then if you're selling the house, you got 6 months of mortgage payments right at $1,000 a month. That could be another 6,000.
Yeah.
So we back all that out, right? So we got 150 minus 20 is 130 minus 6 is 124. That's if you sell it in 6 months. If you're selling in 6 months, Miss Smith, why not just sell it today for 110 and I'm out of here? Or whatever the numbers are. So it's like, I think you pointed on something about educating people because people think that they're going to do. Well, let me ask you, do you do business when someone comes in? Are you doing business at that moment? Like when they sit down?
No, no. There's a whole rapport building session. There's evidence finding, fact finding, things of that nature, evidence gathering. I mean, so you're right on point. You're educating me. If I'm the 150,000 person selling the house, you're educating me on how much that makes sense to me. I'm like, wow, I don't want people coming in and out. I don't have 6 months of mortgage payments. I don't want to pay the $20,000 thing there.
Yeah.
Let's just cut it to the chase and get Chris in here, and then he'll take all the risk.
Yeah, we are taking on risk. Do you do that risk, Ron? Do you consider yourself taking on? That is a technique of a master salesman. I'm taking over all the risk. Let me throw the risk on me.
I am so happy you said that. I have a risk meter. It's like this little thing right here in my hand. And when I start talking to you, Chris, I'm like, Chris, so what are you trying to achieve? Well, I've got 5,000, and then the risk meter moves my way. I'm like, okay, that's not enough. What do you want for that 5,000? I want reliability. I'm like, the risk meter is still moving my way. I want it to be all-wheel drive. I want it to have everything I want. And now the risk meter is firmly against my chest. I'm like, wow, Chris, have you thought about this? Have you thought about how hard this is? I'd like that risk meter to be back in the middle a little bit. I'll even carry the brunt of it as long as we're feeling the same pain. You know what I mean?
But you don't want all the risk. You want to leave some on them too.
Skin in the game. So, so we're different businesses. For my clients, you have to be spending enough money to where the risk is tolerable for me. Going out and finding you a $5,000 car that's reliable, only a Honda, all-wheel drive, things of that nature, and you're going to put your kid in it. You really are transferring. You're like, Ronnie, you have to make sure my kid's in a safe car. I'm like, I can't do that for $5,000. I can do that. I can do that for $12,000. And so I try to push that risk meter back.
Wow. Interesting. All right. You want me to take it on for one of mine?
Go ahead. I'm going to write something down. Go ahead.
You got the USP. I think USP is so important. Class, good morning. Good morning. You know what I forgot to do?
What?
Make sure you take a few minutes to subscribe to my channel and my brother's channel. I keep forgetting. I got this big, heavy block. Subscribe to our channel, guys. Any questions you got, put them in the chat box and comments so we can, whatever data you want to bring. We got a guy. Remember, I want to talk about fear, too. We got to get that, Ronnie.
Absolutely.
So
I'm bringing up my notes.
Huh?
I'm bringing up my notes, so go ahead.
We have people that want to do business with people that want. We only do business. Remember this, class. We only do business with people that want to do with us. How many times have I talked to a seller that won't give me their mortgage information? They won't give me their mortgage information. And I want you to know this, class, that I didn't become a master negotiator. My brother and I will say that we have a little bit of leg up because our father was a freaking master negotiator. I don't know where he learned it. Where did Dad learn it from, Ron? Do you know?
I think I have a gist of it. Like, Dad didn't have many options. As a black man in the 60s, he didn't have many options, but he had the gift of gab. And so he could go out. Like, I can't tell you how many times we went somewhere, I'm like, this is not going to work out. And then before you know it, everybody loves Dad. Like, everybody loves Dad. They're like, okay, Mr. Haskins, Big Ron, whatever you need. And it's just talking to them.
Do you remember when we used to go on vacation and next thing we know, people are paying for our lunch at the pool?
I used to fly first class. I flew first class for a decade, like, and without paying for it. So basically, I would show up at the airport with a $500 ticket to fly from Georgia to Virginia. And I get to the checkout, the check-in, I'm checking in, and they've got Ron Haskins? I'm like, yeah, that's my dad. And I'd be in Georgia. My dad had never been to Georgia. But they'd be like, yeah, oh, okay. I think we got an open seat. You want first class? And I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Dude. Ronnie, how many flights have we been on? Anyway, we have a little leg up, a little leg up. You know, it's not much in life. In life, the master of the universe gives you a few things, a few gifts, if you will. So you got to use those gifts. And one of our gifts is our dad. I got to tell you, the man can talk to a rock all day long.
He's been
So
able to keep my mother married to him for 49 years. That's
yeah,
all. Enough said. Enough said.
I never thought about that.
It's
So
a
when you're
fact.
talking to people, anyway, so I was saying we want to do people when you're going into the property, for instance, if you want, I used to be scared to ask for the mortgage statement. My story when you got to let me work this one to bring it back around. Talking to sellers, bringing up money in any situation is very taboo, so to speak. I don't know why, but people just feel so funny about talking about money around people that they don't know, and even with people that they do know. When you
Yeah,
ask for somebody, do you have to ask what the people what they trade in? Why do you ask them what they currently owe on the car?
I have to ask. Yeah, I mean, at some point it has to come up because I have to pay it off. So we have to talk about it in the transaction.
So is it never a thing to where they say, you know, I want 10,000. Why does it matter what I owe?
What happens to me is like they're like, it's cash to you. I'm gonna pay it off. I'm like, okay, fantastic. Nobody's ever told me I paid too much for their trade in. So here's the number, you know.
I love it. That's not going to determine.
Say
Well,
something,
my
Chris.
thing is, people that want to do business with me, they tell me what they owe on the property money, and I tell them that I'm like, Miss Smith, I got to be honest with you. Usually, when we're talking to people, we do business with people that want to do business with us, and telling us the mortgage statement is not going to kill you, and neither will it change my offer. However, it will change the different options that we can give you. Do you have any? Are your options all just paying the car off cash money and that's it?
Yeah, man, they don't have any options for like a subject to or a sandwich lease on a loan like that. I mean, it's basically I can't do anything without the title, so I have to pay the car off.
How about moving some debt around? I mean, so is that that's the end of the day then? You can't move that debt onto another loan and stuff like that?
I will tell you, there are creative ways of doing it, but the ways that I have to provide you with a loan are
Yeah,
much better than doing it creatively on your own.
gotcha. Well, that's another add value that you add. So
Yeah, it's
people,
expertise. I have to tell them, look, you can do it this way, but if you finance through this particular company, it's going to give you this type of a rate. It's going to be better than what you had, and it'll pay off your car, all included. So there's no need to go do a home equity loan to pay it off or anything of that nature.
so people that want to do business on the real estate side, someone that's going to divulge information to you. So what they owe, what is their monthly payment, when do they want to close? Timing is just paramount, and I'm sure my brother's going to talk about that in his. Timing is paramount. We close whenever the heck you want to close. You want to close in 6 months. You want to close after your kid graduates from college. You want to close when your grandmother moves into a assisted living into an assisted living facility. So we can set that time up and service those needs. So those are the people that want to do business with, want to do business. Typically, the people we deal with, they are ready to go. They don't care about selling their house for the top dollar, waiting for 6 months. Typical. That's my typical seller.
So a typical seller or a buyer for me, they're selling and buying at the same time. People that I'm not saying they want to pay more class. I'm not saying that you have to pay me more to buy a car from me, but it's not the number one reason why we're sitting down. If you build your business based on you have to be the cheapest in order to earn my business, eventually you're going to go out of business
Yeah, I
unless
don't do that.
it's Sam Walton, and so I try to sit down with people and educate them and bring them up to speed. Like you say, Chris, Ronnie, you can sell the house on your own. Get a realtor, have people going in and out, in and out. And I'm like, I don't want them in here. So for me, I'm like, yep, you can go do it on your own. All that takes is you and the kids to go down to the dealership this weekend for 4 to 7 hours. And then if you don't like that transaction, go dealer to dealer to dealer to dealer until you figure it out. And so
Wow.
when you quantify how much time that is, and you've learned a little bit about your customers, like you're a lawyer, I know you charge 250 an hour, so you're going to go spend 18 hours doing this.
Wow.
18 times 250. It's just an enormous amount of money.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you have a person in particular. So on our end, not my end, on our end, when I'm going in, the person that I'm not going to do business with, I know it off the top. Somebody that has a nice house and they want to sell it for all cash, no discount. All what do you call it? All cash closed in 30 days. You're not my client.
Well, that's a lesson for your class. They need to recognize that. They need to understand that. And guys, it's okay. You're not going to win every deal. So just what he said, write that down. Like they got a nice house. They want all cash, blah, 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 blah. If you've got appointments set up today on Friday and they're all like that, you need to have a few different appointments in there that are the house isn't nice, whatever the case may be. But you're right on point.
Yeah, the value that we bring to the biggest value we bring is we love ugly houses. We love houses that need repair. But I would prefer to have a pretty house, but with the more the repairs is where you build in your discount. And I'm just talking about the HGTV buy low, sell high. We have all type of ways where we can do pretty houses. But I want to just for class today just talk about high equity since everybody's stuck in this buy low, sell high mode, if you will.
Yeah. So, you know, just saying that you only do business with people that want to do business with you is a tough pill to swallow if you're new in business. So I wrote down a couple of things. Zig Ziglar, you guys heard of him. Zig Ziglar says you can have anything you want as long as you give everything, you find out what everybody else needs. Like I forgot the quote. You can have anything you want
As long as you
as
help
long as
everybody else get what they want.
everybody, if you help enough people get what they want. You can have anything you want if you help enough people get what they want. And I'll tell you what, man, it comes down to listening. I like to talk about the how-tos. How do you create this box to put your clients in and fill it up with people that want to do business with you, the way you do business because of the value you add to the deal. And that comes down to listening. Sitting down with your customers and listening to them.
Yeah, but I think once again, Dan Kennedy says listening is a lost art form. I think it comes back to caring, though, Ronnie. Most people are like, "Look, dude, sit down. I'm listening to you, but I'm really thinking about what it is I want out of this deal."
Is that what? Oh, I see what you're saying. So, like, if I'm sitting on this side of the table, I can act like I'm listening to you. See, that's a problem. So, all right, that's the way it was. You're looking for pounce words. You're like, I'm a pounce as soon as they say this. I did that for years at the dealership. When I said at the dealership, and you're like, "Hey, we want someone with performance and good gas." So I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's get the Civic. Let's go show you the car and sell you the car." I'm listening a little bit just so that I can sell you something. That's not where the magic happens, guys. The magic happens in truly listening and truly caring.
Yeah.
These things go hand in hand, caring and listening about your client. The more you care and listen to them and start to identify their unique needs, the more they want to do business with you. And that's just the fact of life. It's a human need. We all want to be loved. We all want to be cared for. The magic is not doing it in a manipulative way and manipulating people. So genuinely caring, genuinely listening.
Is that something? How about when you got somebody that's in business, Ronnie, and they're chasing the dollar, if you will? Are they looking for their next sale? They're looking for the next deal. They've got to get this thing done. How do we help them to, because they're more thinking about me and their bills? How can they get over that hump? It's got to be a tough one. Both of us are kind of removed from that, but how are we going to help them to get over that hump regarding wanting to listen? I will genuinely want to listen.
How do you save $1 million?
$1 at a time.
$1 at a time. You basically have to start by listening. I mean, you can't be everything to everybody. I mean, that's really what I wanted to teach the class today is you can't be everything to everybody. And so if you're building a business where there's home buying, auto industry, you're going to sell, you're going to be the best florist in town, you're going to provide the best flowers in town. That's fine. But what's your LCD, your lowest common denominator? That one thing, that one reason I should come see you. You have to identify that. It could be crazy. It could be, whatever, but you have to identify it instead of trying. You can spend too much time trying to be everything to everybody, and it gets you nowhere.
Yeah, that kills you. Not being all things to all people. Yeah, that's when you just want to. There's a mantra going around in business startups where I just want to get $1 out of a million people.
$1 out of a million people. Okay.
It doesn't work. I'm here to tell you that whole get $1, when you don't have a unique sales or a unique proposition, it just doesn't work.
Right. So that's where you start, right? Become a master at what you do. At least become an expert, and then offer that to people that you want to work with. I mean, period.
Nice. All right, brother. Well, we only had 30 minutes. I think that's pretty good for today. Anything else you want to leave?
Let's see.
You got some more notes there?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's a very, very tough idea to grasp for people when we talk about how to do business only with people that want to do business with you. The more you do it, though, the easier it becomes. And then those people will refer you other people that are just like them. A great example, Chris, is I spent 5 years trying to be the cheapest. 5 years. I was like, this is my unique selling proposition. I don't have the brick and mortar of a dealership. I don't have all the costs associated with a massive organization, so I'm going to be cheaper. And it took me 5 years to understand that those were folks that I probably didn't want to work with in the first place.
You don't even want to deal with them anyway.
It was just crazy, man. So I hope that people are picking it up because, it's going to be harder, but more fulfilling later.
Let me tell you what happens in the real estate business. People say, my clients, they say, Chris, I looked at 8 houses, and they tell me the numbers on them. I'm like, well, what happens is we get frustrated. We get frustrated when we talk to sellers that aren't motivated. Somebody that's living in their house for the last 15 years and they don't have any motivation to sell the property. That's when you think that the business is hard. When you're talking to people that don't have any motive, they say, you know what? I don't care if I sell it today, if I sell it next year. Doesn't bother me.
Okay. So they're not motivated. So what do you do in that situation? You just move on, right?
Move on, drip on them. I always say, hey, Miss Smith, you mind if I call you back in 6 months to see if anything's changed? I'm gone. But what I'm saying that to say, they don't want to do business. They don't have the desire. They don't want to do business with me. They want to sell their house, huh?
Correct. Now, when people come see me and they're like, look, we've been shopping everywhere. We've got a number. Can you beat it? I'm like, probably, but I'm not interested in that deal. They really don't want to do business with me. They want the cheapest number they can find, and I have no value to add them in their life.
Yeah. That's sharp. What else you got? You ready to show something there?
No. I was just coming in my office now because I was done standing up.
All right. Let me see. We might have a few questions. Let me see what we got, Ronnie. Oh yeah, I gotta tell you. I can't let you off the hook about this fear though. What do you think about it?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, the guy yesterday, remember we were doing our brainstorming and the gentleman asked, how do we get over the fear of starting a new business or even failing? Because I welcome, it's crazy, man. It's almost like I welcome the failing now. I'm like, you're going to fail.
It's gonna fail. Just get used to it. I had a fear of public speaking. I had a fear of being in front of this camera. I had a fear of all of these things. Like when you ask me, you're like, why are you doing any live videos? You haven't even practiced. I'm like, I'm going to get better if I practice, if I continue to do it. So, yeah.
So you think action dissipates fear, Ronnie?
Heck yeah, man. Consistent action. If you consistently are working on something, you're going to get better at it. Or guess what? You're going to figure out you don't want to do it. Like when I sit down and have a brainstorming session with my team, I'm like, all right, what do you guys think we can do to generate more business this month? This is the month of November. We got holiday stuff going on. And somebody bring up an idea. I'm like, let's write that idea down and let's execute. Well, what happens if it doesn't work, Ronnie? I'm like, well, at that point in time, we can erase it off the board.
Or tweak it. You can just tweak it, right?
Yeah, you can tweak it or whatever, but that's how you find out your answers.
I like that. I think real businessmen try stuff and tweak it as it goes, Brian.
That's like a core entrepreneur value. Like I said it in this words. While you're thinking about doing something, why don't you think about it while you're doing it?
Wow,
You
I like
understand?
that. Think about it while you're doing it.
It's a piece of clay. You can just continue to mold it as you move down the field. I have had many things that I've tried and tried and tried and molded and switched and tweaked. And at the end of the day, 6 months goes by and I'm like, I'm glad I don't have to do that no more. I'm done with that idea. That idea is dead. We'll revisit it in 6 months or 2 years or whatever, but we don't need to work on that one anymore.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, you know what, man? We try different marketing strategies. A lot of stuff. I mean, you're going to lose money. I think I was listening to some Walt Disney the other day. If you get some chance to listen to some Walt Disney, the guy was a genius. He's a brilliant guy. Talks about he thinks that every man, successful man, needs to fail quickly. And for me, Ronnie, man, I've just been fired so many times. It's like people just fired me from jobs. I've been called in, like, look, you leave here 5 o'clock today, don't come back. So it crushed me at first, but now I'm like, it doesn't even faze me.
You know what, Chris? Though, talk to the class. It's like we're talking about a very tough subject: how to only do business with people that want to do business with you. You're only going to find that out by failing. So you've got to first write down what your ideal client looks like to you. Write it down, and then figure out ways to provide those types of people with your unique selling proposition over and over and over again, and keep tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it. It's going to be scary. You're going to be afraid. You're going to fail. But 6 months goes by, and you're going to have 2 or 3 people that are like, we love working with you. And I know I'm spending more money. And you're going to be like, wow.
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter.
They don't care. Okay, let's do this. We got, oh, wow, Rosanna's out in the Caribbean. What's up, Rosanna? I didn't get that ticket to join you out there.
What's she doing out there, man?
She's Rosanna, what you doing out there? Ted, you've been learning from the resources from the website. Cool. Looks like you've got some real nice places from the eviction you just did. Yeah, I did an eviction. Oh, Lord. That place wasn't too nice, but remember, one of the legs of income for me, one of my income streams is owner financing / lease options. So I don't do that many repairs to them. Blueberry, what's up? Jad C, make sure you send an email to Chris Buys Houses if you want to reach out, or my brother, you put your email in there too, right in the comments. Want to reach me and my brother, just put. My beloved, what's up? What's up? Bluebird, I did a property check yesterday. If you come join me tonight at 9 o'clock, I'll show you the video of how the construction is going. We'll be doing that tonight. Cal Taylor, what up, Calvin? Calvin's working with me on some pre-foreclosure stuff. Well, I'm working with him. So, Calvin, thank you for working with me, brother. Roberto, what's up? Danny. Bluebird says we're built for this. We appreciate it.
TB Williams wants to correct you. TB Williams wants to correct you. She is a lady. She's one of your coaching clients.
TB. Oh, good gracious. Somebody wants to know spaghetti. Huh?
TB says she tried what I said yesterday, one step at a time today, and it's working out good, TB. Now keep doing it. And then over a month, measure your results and then make changes to it that move you forward. You understand? So doing it over and over again and continue, like failing is great, but continuing to fail at the same thing and expecting a different result, insanity. So do the work, measure your results, and then make the tweaks and then try it again for another 30 days and see what your results are then.
Sabrina's on tour in Detroit. Nice. Silence, hey. Hey, kid, what's up? I think that's it, Ronnie. Won't have anything else. Let me show that. Last thoughts for the day, my brother.
My last thoughts of the day are I can tell you guys I spent a lot of time trying to be everything to everybody. I can get the most money for your trade. I can get you the cheapest deal on that car. I can do this. I can do all of these things. And if you keep on hearing me, I keep saying the word I. It's there's nothing in it for them. So basically you want to be able to give them what they're saying. So you got to listen. Listen to what they're saying, identify their needs, be genuine about it and caring, and you'll have more clients than you know what to do with yourself.
Very true. Caring. I don't know if we can teach caring though, Ronnie. Maybe that comes. Is that something that a skill that can be acquired?
Yes, I think so, Chris. Like I think we're all pretty selfish, especially when you're starting out. You're pretty selfish because you said it earlier. We want to get more money. But I think just, like for you, waking up in the morning and saying, "Hey, Princess, you look great today." You can practice that. You can practice. I know she went to get her hair done, so I should probably say something about her hair. You can practice that, and it's not manipulation because you genuinely start caring about it. So I think you can train yourself to be caring and understanding of your client's needs and dig a little deeper. Like, what are you going to use this car for? And they'll tell you, well, I need to take my kid to school and my mom is really sick and I need to do this. And then I can pick up on things and go, oh man, you need that car to be easy to get in and out of, and you need these things. You need, not I can. So spend some time focusing on it and we can definitely teach caring.
Wow. I like that, Ronnie. You. What do you need? You know what's weird? You're right. I think that comes with being mature in business. You're always thinking about me, me, me. WIFM. What's in it for me?
Yep. But you
Right.
always have to sit and when you're looking at your client, you always have to think what's in it for them. You are irrelevant.
Yeah. You're nothing but a service. It's like a cheeseburger. Like
I
you're
can't
$5
tell
what I
you.
want.
I'm gonna share this with you guys. Chris always tells me, give away your deepest, darkest secrets, and people will be magnetized by it. And I'm gonna tell you, I have sat down 1,000 times with clients, and at the end of the transaction, they look at me and go, Ronnie, are you making enough money on this deal? And I'm like, thanks for asking. I'm completely taken care of in the transaction. But they start to give it back to you. It's reciprocal. It goes around. And they're like, I want you to make money on this deal, Ronnie. I'm like, thank you. And I'm going to take, in return, I am going to take care of you like a top-notch client, like I always do, provide all the service I said I was going to do, and everybody's going to be happy.
That is very true. I've been told so many times, you're too cheap. You're too cheap.
Really. Oh,
But I
you're
think
trying to.
the money's irrelevant. I mean, yeah, well, we went over that last week. How to locate who people want to do. Don't waste time. You're going to go out of business. People just beat their head against the walls trying to make people sell them houses that they will never buy. I get clients ask me all the time, Chris, how can I make this person sell me their house? How can I make them do? I'm like, dude, you got the wrong mindset.
Well, look at this question. Look at this question. So
Huh?
someone just asked, Forever
What?
Noble, Forever Noble. She says, or he, do you normally find your motivated sellers or do they find you? And so in the beginning of building your business, you're going to be doing a lot of digging and trying to find motivated sellers. But what you're trying to do is create a funnel of people that you add so much value to that they are going to start looking for you. And it doesn't happen overnight.
Wow, you're right. You know what, Forever Noble? When you're looking at my brother and I, we have been magnetizing ourselves for a long time. We've been, I don't, for years. We've been magnetizing ourselves. Dan Kennedy has a book called Magnetic Marketing.
You
We
guys
have been
don't realize this.
magnetized. Huh?
When Chris says for a long time, y'all don't realize this. Chris is 62 years old.
Yeah. So we've been magnetizing ourselves, right? So
Yes.
literally, I mean, I still do look for deals. I do marketing, all that stuff, but my phone rings. People, because they know I'm going to treat them like kings, people bring deals to me and I just put the money up. So I'm like, they call me up, hey, we got to do this deal. I'll put the finance together. Let's go. You
I
will
did.
get to a point in your career, just like my brother, is like, deals are good. I mean, business comes. I don't want to say deals. Business is going to come, and I'm speaking it because I want to receive it even more. people know, the community knows when you go somewhere or when they search online, who do I want to sell a house to? They know that my brother is going to take care of them. He's not going to suck them dry like a vampire. He's not going to be all in it for himself, you know? So we refer people to Ronnie all the time.
Forever Noble. I had a client this morning. Chris was calling me at like 8:30 this morning. I set an appointment with this guy. He called me last week, like 7 days ago. He came in at 8:30 this morning, and they sat down at my desk right here. And I said, listen, bring me up to speed. I remember we talked on the phone a little bit. Do you need me to tell you about what I do? Because I don't remember our conversation. And he looked at me and he said, listen, you were referred by 3 of our friends. We want to do business with you. We need help. And that was, I mean, they weren't here to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you spend a lot of time trying to gather those people that want to work with you. But after you gather them and you take care of them and you nurture them for years, they will send you people after people after people.
Yeah, nonstop. It's almost like the good book says you'll receive so much you don't have room to receive it. Your blessings are so big you don't even have room to receive it.
Giving.
Create a bigger room to receive all the blessings. And I'm here to tell you that is so true. I mean, look at what we're doing with my brother. I get to talk to my brother every day now. That's a blessing in itself. What do you think?
Hey, man, my life has been changed tremendously since we started talking. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you ain't going to quit on me.
Okay, class, we are done. Thank you for joining in. Listen, tonight I'll be subscribed to my channel and my brother's channel. Tonight I'm going to be doing all real estate at 9 o'clock, all real estate. I'm going to have a guest on the show tonight on the live broadcast, a guy that lost $20,000 doing something. I'm going to do tonight some pluses and minuses, some barriers, and some facts on real estate investing. So 9 o'clock, I'll shoot you an email. All right, Ryan, I love you, brother.
Hey, bro, I love you too, man.
Talk to you soon.
When we hang up.
Yep. All right.
Later.